Okay, now we're going to set up the dynamic content gallery widget. So what I want you to do is go to here on the left, dynamic content gallery, on my other site, and I want you to copy the setup. So first thing you have to pick is the full URL. Then the gallery method is pages, so click pages. Then the multi-option setting, okay, you don't need to worry about that bit because we're doing pages. So then we do this, the page ID numbers, custom order, and default image there. Now you don't put the default image of the same one, or don't copy this from the other one because you do that from our one. Okay, the only other thing you need to copy is section 4, which is 608 by 250. Alright, and that is, and home page only 7, and save changes. Alright, so I'll go over and do that. Okay, so here we're on cash flow financing configuration. So step 1, full URL, well that's what we wanted. We wanted pages, save changes. Multi-option settings we're not going to bother with because we're not doing multi-options. One category settings, we don't need pages settings. Okay, page ID numbers we need. We want them in a custom order and we want to know where the default image is. So the page ID numbers, you need to go to the pages where you want to have the content from. So let's go to our pages. Now the place where I want them from will be all the pages that are in that menu, so as well as one on the front page, so basically all the ones in the hide pages. So let's see, so these ones, cash flow financing, invoice financing, stock financing, We're Australia's cash flow financing. Okay, that's really the home page, so we want that one first, and then 2, 3, 4. So now we need to go find the page IDs for these. So let's write them down. So we are Australia's cash flow financing experts, cash flow financing, invoice financing, and stock financing. So let's go to the pages. Now let's have a look at the page ID numbers, which are listed here from that plugin that we used, reveal page IDs. So the first one we want is we are Australia's cash flow financing. Okay, so the page number is 2 for that. Page ID, stock financing is 34. Invoice financing is 32. And cash flow financing is 36. Alright, so let's go back to our where is it? Our dynamic content gallery setup, and go down to the page IDs section. So we want them same order, so we wanted 2, 36, 32, 34. Okay, and then the default one, we don't have any images loaded yet, so let's just save it for now. Okay, so that's what we will do. So what we have to do is put images on all those pages, and then come back and save one of them as a default, but I'll show you how to do that later. Alright, so that's all that so far. So, and then this image size we need to change. That we wanted to change to 608. Let me just make sure that what they were again, because I can't remember. 608 and 250. Alright, let's go back to that. So 608 and 250. Alright, that's good. Okay, I don't know what, and then save changes. Okay, every time you say save changes it goes back to the top, but I just like to make sure I save everything. Alright, so we've done that. And I will give you actually home page only. Yes, we only want it on the home page. Okay, so save settings. There is one other thing we need to do. and I'll just pause this while I remember what it is. Okay, I remembered what the next thing was that we had to do. Okay, I've just got to stop this for a second. Okay, the next thing we had to do is go to editor, and this is also part of the dynamic content gallery. Go here to it's the page template, page PHP template, and then between the content left and the post area, you paste this code that they give you. Okay, Max. Whoops, don't want to get this wrong. Delete. Okay. And then what you do is you update file. Let's just make sure it's in there. There you go. And that's where the featured article gallery will go in here for pictures. We can't put the pictures in because they don't have any pictures there yet, but as you can see, it's rotating invoice financing and all those things, so it's working. So all I have to do now is put some pictures in and this will work.